internal structure of the earth. It is very important to know the interior of the earth. We can see the continuity from the early days of the formation of earth. Scientists still doing their investigation and analyzing the data of the earth to understand its interior. We cannot go beyond a few kilometers. There is a lot of heat and temperature inside the earth. So, how is the interior of the earth? Earth's interior consists of three layers. How many layers? Three layers. One is crust, second one mantle, third one core. These are the three layers we find in interior of the earth. Let's see that in detail, these three layers. Here is a figure showing the internal structure of the earth. Dear students, here crust is the topmost layer upon which we are living. It is 100 kilometers depth. The thickness of the crust, it is 100 kilometers. Where is the crust? Look at here. This is the crust part. Topmost layer on the earth's surface. That is what? Crust. Understand? It is 100 kilometers thickness. And what does it contains? It contains different kinds of rocks. In the crust part, we find different kinds of rocks. So, what is the crust? It is the topmost layer of the earth where we are living. It is 100 kilometers thickness. And here we find various kinds of water rocks. Okay. Then second important layer, that is mantle, which is 2900 kilometers depth. It starts after the crust. Look at here. This is mantle. Understand? It starts after 100 kilometers thickness of the crust. Okay, the first we find a crust with 100 kilometers thickness. Then after it starts, mantle starts after 100 kilometers and extends to 2900 kilometers. This is the area. That means the thickness of the mantle. Okay, it is a pliable layer. Understand? What is a pliable layer? That can move. Understand? It is a pliable layer and it consists of chemicals, what we call silicates. Understand? What does it contains? It contains what we call silicates. Understand? These are the chemicals we find in mantle. Which one? Mantle. Understand? It is a pliable layer. Understand? Pliable. What do you mean by pliable? That can move. Understand? That can what to call move like water. Understand? That is called pliable layer. Understand? We call it a pliable layer. Understand? So this is about the what? Mantle. Okay, and look, observe this figure here. Okay, how is the crust part? We are able to observe here water, somewhat green, that is plains and land part, right? Can you observe that mantle which is shown here red in color? What is that? Red in color. So you may get a doubt that why it is red in color. It is hot. It is very hot. The temperature is very high here. Understand? So in this mantle, we find the substances in the form of molten. How it is? Molten form. Okay. All the substances available in the mantle or in a molten form. As it is molten form, what is by molten? We can say that it is a semi-liquid, so that it is a pliable. Okay, what? Pliable. So under the crust we find a mantle. Okay, which one? Mantle. Okay, it consists of the water, silicates, and here are the materials, the substances available or in molten form. Okay, the next we move to the what to call a core, which is the third layer or innermost layer of the earth. Understand? So the core, it exists at a depth of 6,376 kilometers. How much? 6,376 kilometers. Understand? It is composed of very dense substances. Okay, I'll show you that. The core again divided into two divisions. How many? Two divisions. One is outer core. This is outer core. Outer core. And the middle one, it is inner core. Which one? Inner core. So core divided into two divisions. One is outer core and inner core. Okay, in this core we find iron. What that? Iron material. Understand? Along with iron we find here gold and nickel also. What that? Nickel. Understand? These are the substances available in a core. Understand? And here these outer core, in outer core we find nickel and iron. Which one? Nickel and iron. In this, what do we find? Iron and nickel in the outer core. And in the inner core, what we find here, we see. Okay, in inner core we find what to call nickel and what to call gold. Understand? What is that? Gold. Do you know that we extract gold from the mines, right? The gold is available at the inner core. Do you think that we are extracting, that means gold, from the inner core? No, we get it from the crust. Understand? Then you may get another doubt, then when gold is available at inner core here, how it comes to the crust or molten form, right? You know that there is a lot of temperature inside the earth. Understand? Near about 6,000 degrees Celsius temperature will be At that high temperature, we see that the substances will be in liquid form. Particularly in the core, we find the substances uh, into the what to call contracted form. Understand? And these substances, due to the compressional force, they comes up, that what we call volcanic eruption. When earthquakes, when volcanoes erupt, right, due to the force, compressional force generated inside the earth, the material at the core rises up, and it comes where the what to call the way is weak, from core to outer to the mantle, then to the crust. In such a way, we are extracting the what these minerals from the what to call crust part. Understand? So inner core starts at uh, 5,100 kilometers to 6,376 kilometers thickness. Understand? The interesting thing is that matter means substance that shoots up from the mantle through the volcanoes. Which one? Volcanoes are what you call fissures. What do you mean by fissures? The cracks on the earth, where the earth crust part is weak, there we find fissures, cracks. Fissures means cracks. Understand? Fissures we find on ocean floors. Okay. So the matter from the mantle, the substance available in the mantle here, that comes out by the volcanic eruption. Okay. In many regions on the earth, the parts of the earth crust enters into the mantle, where what to call the molten form of material tries to come up. Let me show you that how it happens here. Understand? Look at here, the first one I'm showing here with yellow color, that is crust. Okay, this is the first one, crust. Okay, and the second one which I am showing with red color, this is mantle. Which one? Mantle. Okay, so in the mantle, the material is in molten form, right? So from the mantle, the material shoots up. It comes what? Up. Here the temperature, what that? The temperature in the mantle is higher than the water crust. Understand? So the liquid form of material from the mantle with a high temperature, it is very hot, it comes out by making its own way to the surface of the earth. Okay, it comes out by breaking the earth crust. Understand? And where it comes out, there we see the crust part breaks and joins with the mantle. Understand? So this process takes place continuously. What process? The continuous destruction of the crust and the formation of the new crust. Formation of the new crust with the molten material. Which one? Molten material which comes to the earth surface. Molten material which comes to the earth surface by the volcanic eruption. So we see that the earth crust continuously what you call breaks and turns to the water molten form of material from the mantle comes up and turns to the new crust. Understand? So we see that the molten form of liquid material coming up and becoming cool, forming the new crust on the surface of the earth. Understand? And this crust part which is broken, that enters into the mantle. Okay, it becomes the molten form. So what do we see here? What is happening actually here? The crust, the old crust is destructed, becoming the part of the mantle. Molten form from the mantle coming out, becoming cool and forming the what? New crust. Right? This constant process of formation and destruction of the crust, it explains that our earth is very active still today. Understand? This crust upon which we live is continuously changed by the earthquakes, volcanoes, and subduction of the land. What is meant by subduction? Look at that. Somewhere we see that the surface of the earth turns to what? Shallow part like this. This is called subduction. Okay, where it is subducted, the material which is under the crust, it goes either sides of this subduction part. Okay, this is shallow part, what I call here subducted part, where it is sinking. Okay, where the land part is sinking, the material inside that land part will go to the both sides, that is to the left side, that is right side, and left side. And this material, as it comes to the either sides, it gives pressure to the surface, and from here we see the earth surface rises and forms like a what to call a raisin shape. Understand? So in this way we see that mountains have water raised. Okay, and where it is subjected, there it turned to shallow part, and there water filled, it turned to what? Oceans. Okay, subduction of land and rise of a mountain due to the processes happening deep down inside the earth. Understand? Let me show that here how. Look at here, this is the crust part. Which one? Crust. And next, what is there? This one, it is mantle. Which one? Mantle. Then this is core. Okay, and this is inner core. What is that? Inner core. This is inner core. So where we are living? We are here. Look at on the top of the earth's surface. Okay, what to call? This is the thing I want to show where we are. Just a minute. This is we are here. Instead, not. So this crust breaks when the molten material, here is there what molten material with yellow color I am showing. This is the molten material. Understand? When this mountain material comes up, it becomes cool and turns the what? New crust. And this old crust which is in red color I have shown here, that again going back, this red color crust breaks and enters into the molten form. So this process continuously takes place. Understand? So where the earth is, suppose this earth surface here is subducted. Let me show you here. Instead, look at here. This is the crust part. Here it is subducted. So that the material presenting uh, at the mantle shoots up here. Understand? and rises and forms like mountains. Okay, and this shallow part here beside the mountain, what is there? It is filled with water and that turns to ocean. Okay, in this way we find what to call the earth is still active instant because of the continuous destruction and formation of the earth. Okay,